Hey, Lizzie. Well, Princess. Sorry about that. What's going on, Princess? Hey. What's up, Shannon? Oops, wrong song. Oh, no, it didn't. Come on in, make yourself comfortable. Hey, Nate, Trey. Hey, Mo. Cleo. Keto girl. What up, Shay? We're trying to get stuff situated. Hey, everybody. Welcome to BHOPNATION TV. How y'all doing? I am your host, YouTube's favorite uncle, Uncle David. Thank y'all for coming in. We have a newbie in the room. Somewhere, I just saw it. Chev. Welcome to BHOPNATION TV. Welcome to the love stream. How's everybody doing? If somebody could please drop Chev's link. All right, Jaden. Jaden's on the road to 880. Hope everybody is having a great day so far. More eats. Miss Boom Boom Boom. 5'1", $120. Oh, man. I'm trying to imagine her walking around work, bossing her, being a boss. Just being short and bow-legged. How y'all doing? Hey, Tony. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up. Hummingbird. What was that? Somebody must have shared me out. Thank you, More Eats. Once again, welcome to the love stream, baby. The love stream was designed to help us all. What was that? To help us all to expand our families, get to know more people, learn more, love more. The essence of Sonia. Hey, Sonia, welcome. I do believe you may be a new face. If you could please turn my red button gray, leave a comment on one of my videos, and I promise to get back to you. And please leave a comment, because otherwise, Uncle will not remember that you were here, because everybody knows that the old man suffers from CRS. Hey, Lamp, welcome in. Hey, Peggy. And for those who don't know what CRS is, yes, CRS is can't remember shit. Also, sometimes I do curse. I hope it does not offend anybody. Thank you, Auntie, for sharing me out. It is not my intention to offend anybody. It's just that sometimes it just works out that way. They say people curse because they don't have a grasp of the English language. Well, actually, I do have a great command of the English language. I can speak very proper or good English, as they say. But, hey, Nothing wrong with a little adjective every now and then. Or it could be used as a verb, adjective, an adverb, however you want to do it. Hey, Colleen. So, but if I do curse and if it offends you, let me know. I don't know what I'll be able to do about it, but I try not to use harsh cuss words, at least online. So you may hear me say damn or shit, but I try to refrain from those other words that are very offensive, but feel oh so good when they roll off the tongue. But that's a story for a different day. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming in. For those of you who have been here for the first 2 hours of Love Stream, thank you. We'll see you for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, 5 hours. However long we're here, we'll see y'all for those that much time. All right. You know, even if we only gain one person a day, that's an accomplishment. May not seem like much. Sometimes it's just the baby steps. Slow progress is better than no progress. I truly believe that. You know, sometimes we move a little slow, but hey, as long as you finish the race, that's what counts. Yeah, Keto, I know, babe. I know it's gonna be a long one, but I got you tomorrow. I'll pull the second shift tomorrow, so you don't have to burden yourself with that. Thank you, Mars, for dropping the links. You guys are the best. Appreciate you all so much. I can't thank you enough. In fact, I can't thank any of y'all enough for just hanging around with me, showing me love. Like Auntie said, if it weren't for y'all, I definitely would not still be here. I can tell you that right now. If it weren't, you know, for y'all showing me love and letting me know that I'm doing all right, and you know, because sometimes you know YouTube will make you question, and not just YouTube, but life. Life itself will sometimes make you question what you're doing. You know, it really will. It has challenges that you never thought you would see coming, but that's usually what happens when you are trying to achieve something. You know, when you are trying to achieve a goal, you come up against things that you know, and circumstances and people that you never thought you would see. They'll say things you never thought you would hear, do things that you know you never thought people would do. And so it's crazy. You know, like I said, when you're doing nothing, don't nobody bother you. They do not bother you when you are doing absolutely nothing and you just existing. Ain't nobody they don't bother you, they don't say nothing to you. They just let you be. You know, the trolls don't come looking for you. The haters don't come looking for you. They just leave you sitting over there in the corner by yourself, doing what you do best, nothing. Which is exactly where they want you to be. Now, the moment you start expanding yourself and reaching out and working for what you're doing, oh, here they come. Here they come. And they got the claws out, the fangs out, whatever weapon they can find, they looking for you. And sometimes the wolves come in sheep's clothing. They do. You know, they come to you like they're your friend, like they care. And they're just sitting and waiting. They're going to do one or two things. They're going to use you for whatever they can get, or they're going to make it almost seem impossible for you to get where you're going. They will put up every roadblock they can find. And I don't know who's worse, the ones that are trying to block you or the ones that are hanging on, trying to get what they can get. And as soon as you get to a certain level, they turn on you. I kind of think I like the ones that I know going to try to block me. Because I'd rather you be a hater every day, don't like me every day, be against me every day. That's cool because I know where you're coming from. I know exactly where you stand, and I'm cool with that. We get along just fine because I know that you're going to be over there trying to do what you need to do to get me off track. I already know this. I know that when I walk past you, I got to watch my back. I know that when I ask you a question to get some information, I know that the information you're giving me probably ain't true. But it's the ones that every other day they wishy-washy. Today they got your back. Tomorrow, not so much. They'll work with you for a week. Then the next week, here they go, turncoat. You know, I don't want to be around people that I got to watch. When I walk past, I don't know what I need to do. Because I need to be able to focus on what I'm doing. And I can't really worry about what your mood is today. Hell, I got my own moods. We all do. You know, so if you're with us, if they're with you, they're with you. If they're not, then they're not. But you can't be here today and not here tomorrow. That just don't work. Uh-oh. What you do, Chef? Hey, Key. Sorry if I missed you. Oh, hey, Carolyn. Let me to those that are to the newbies in the chat. If you come in and I miss you, or if you say something and I miss it, don't take it personal, because sometimes Uncle just goes on a rant, and I just start talking about this, that, and the other, and I get so focused about what I'm talking about that I forget that there's people over here that I need to read stuff. I see it going in front of me, but I definitely can't read that. So if the camera's a little bit too far away, the computer's right here, but sometimes I forget to just look over. So if I miss something that somebody says, please don't take it personal. You may have to repeat it again, you know, but it's not personal, y'all. And those that are in here all the time, they know how I do. You know, I start talking about stuff, and I get on the road, and it's just... Glad everybody's getting to know everybody. Those that don't have, please get. You know, that is the purpose of the love stream. You know, to get as much information and get get to know as many people as possible. Because YouTube is a big place. There's plenty of room for everybody to achieve their greatness, to accomplish their goals. Thank you, Colleen. Make money. So I don't understand why there's always, there's people that's always trying to tear somebody down. Why? Why try to, if you can't, my thing is, if you can't help build somebody up, then why bother them? I mean, if you're going to go and take the time and the energy that it takes to sit around and talk down about somebody, bring bad words onto their brain. I mean, you have that much energy and time to do that. That is time and energy that you could either be doing. You could either be building somebody up or working on yourself. Most likely working on yourself. You know, who has that much time to worry about what somebody else is doing and how they doing it and why they doing it? Unless everything in your house is in order, you have no room to be criticizing or trying to talk down about somebody. For what? Why are you worried about what somebody else doing in their house and your house is in disarray? There's always room for improvement for everybody. We all need to improve on something or another. So that time that we take to look at why somebody else isn't accomplishing something or why they haven't reached where they've reached, or even how did they get where they're going? Why them? I've been working just as hard. Why not me? Because it ain't your time yet. Because you're too focused on somebody else. Comparison is and always will be the thief of all joy. If you are looking at what somebody else is doing, comparing yourself to them, you will drag yourself down. You will start to get depressed and quit because you feel like, I'm doing all this and it's still not working. But they did this and it worked for them. It just ain't your time. When it's your time, it's your time. When it get here, you'll be ready. But don't sit around wondering why it's taking so long. It just ain't your time. That's all. The universe works in its own time. Not your time, not my time. The universe has its own time, its own schedule. So when it's time for you to get whatever it is you're going to get, it's going to come. You can't rush it. Hey, Rissa. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Good to see you, dear. You know, so stop worrying about everybody else. Work on you. Fix what you need to have fixed. You know, if you see something that's not working for you, work on that. Stop focusing. You know, clean your own yard. You got trash. We all got trash in our yards. Weeds in our gardens. We need to pluck our own weeds. Prune our own gardens before we start digging in somebody else's. Especially if you have ill intentions. If you are going next door to help somebody just to see what's going on over there, you ain't really going over there to help. You're going to be nosy so you can bring the word back to everybody else and say, hey, you know what? So-and-so is doing such and such and such and such. Hey, what's going on, Tinky Beauty? You know, you're just going to get information. Somebody done sent you on a mission. And your dumb ass is going to take it up and go over there. They not going to send them over there. They want to know, send them. Don't you do their dirty work. Because see, what's going to happen, it's going to mess, you're going to mess around and whatever it is you're trying to do to them, it's going to be done to you. So if somebody come to you and say, hey, I need you to go on over there and see what's going on over there and let me know. Now you tell them to go because you got stuff to do to take care of you. You really ain't got time to be worried about what's going on over there. And like I said, if you're going over there with ill intention, what you going for? Because see, you never know. You may just be able to get some information from them that will be helpful to you. But you too busy following the other crowd. The crowd that you think is cool. Well, everything that you think is cool ain't cool. It ain't. That's why I say it's important who you surround yourself with. You must Surround yourself with like-minded people. Hey, Jasmine, what's going on, little lady? It is imperative. Hey, AJ, it is imperative that you surround yourself with like-minded people. People that want something. People that are trying to accomplish something. People that are working toward upward mobility. And like they say, if you hang around with 9 broke people or 9 people that ain't doing nothing, you would definitely be number 10. Because what they gonna teach you? How to do nothing? There is no lesson. There is no school. There is no class for how to do nothing. There is no reward for doing nothing. We all need to get up and move. And yeah, there are some that'll move slower than others, but they moving. You know, we tend to laugh at the people that are in the slow lane. Make fun of them, mock them. But then when you look up, they've accomplished way more than anybody ever thought they would, because they took their time. They celebrated the small things that were happening. Each little step, each little goal, they celebrated it. They took their time. And here they come. And you still laughing. What does that say about you? What does that say about you as a person that is always trying to take advantage of somebody's weakness? We all got faults. We all got weaknesses. We all do. None of us are perfect. And as I like to say, we are imperfect people living in an imperfect world, searching for perfection. You know, you can't talk about somebody else's imperfections when you got your own. But then when somebody bring up your imperfections, you got an attitude. What you mad for? Because they brought up what you brought up about somebody else? And usually when somebody's talking negative to you, it is a reflection of what they actually feel about themselves. So if they tell you you are worthless, and you are no good, and you ain't going to accomplish nothing, or you can't do nothing, they're actually talking about them. These are the things that somebody has said about them. And because they don't have enough in them to say, okay, that's not me, they just take that information and they push it onto somebody else, because it helps them get rid of the guilt that they feel because that person was probably a little bit right about them. Instead of trying to improve themselves, they take that information and they push it on the next person. And there they go, pushing somebody else down. We can't keep doing this, y'all. We can't. We cannot continue to live this way. It will do none of us any good. If you are not living your life to help somebody else, to achieve something positive, then what are you really doing? What do you really think you will accomplish? How much good do you think will come to you? Because it all comes back. Karma is like a boomerang. You throw it, and it comes right back. Now, it don't come back right away. And sometimes it don't even come back to us. It comes back to maybe the next generation. You sitting there wondering why your grandkids can't do this, ain't this happening, that happening. Because somewhere along the line, maybe you did that to somebody else. Now, life ain't always peaches and cream. It ain't always. It's not. the world, YouTube, is sometimes an ugly place. It is. But you ain't got to decorate it with more ugly furniture. Come on. Hang a picture. Put in some color, something. Change it around. You know, I woke up this morning, I was a little funky this morning. But I had to figure out a way to get myself together. Because I just cannot go the whole day. It takes up too much energy to just walk around with a negative attitude and to be grumpy and grouchy. It does. It sucks. I don't understand how people do it. I mean, some people are just, they just mean for no reason. They just as soon call you out your name before they say hi. How about hello, good morning? Now you walk up to them, you speak to them, and they just, wow. Seriously? Oh, shoot. Dang, where'd that come from? All right, Colleen, take your time, babe. Once again, thank you, mods. Thank you, everybody. Hey, Be the Difference Clothing. How you doing? Some people are miserable. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth, AJ? My mama used to tell me all the time, misery loves company. But guess what? So does positivity. Positive people like company too. I know I do. I love to see people who are progressing, who are succeeding. I love to celebrate others' success. I do. It is important because it teaches me how to be able to celebrate my own successes. And it also lets me, I want people to celebrate me too. Now, if they don't, I'm cool with it. I can understand it. But I think that it's important that we learn how to celebrate the success of others. And that's why I love this room. Because when somebody sets a goal or they meets a goal and they mention it in the room, we got the dancing emojis going, the confetti going, the clapping hands, all of that. And maybe it's just a small goal. They may have reached 100 subscribers, or they may have reached 600 subscribers, or they may become monetized. They may have completed their first video. They've done their first live. Every little step in the right direction should be celebrated. And celebrate yourself as well. If you're having a party and don't nobody show up, celebrate anyway. Because that's what the party was for. It wasn't for them. It's for you to celebrate. So hell, go ahead and have a good time. You know, I learned early in life how to do things by myself. I don't have to have somebody around. Like I would go to the movies by myself. I just get up and go. And if I didn't feel like staying in the theater to watch the movie, I just leave. I mean, yeah, it's good to have people around to socialize and to be around. That's a great thing. It's good, and social skills are important, and all of this and all of that. However, being able to manage and move and accomplish things by yourself is also important, because there will come a time in your journey where that door of opportunity will open, and it will only open up wide enough for you, and you'll feel bad about leaving people behind, but that is the only way that you're going to be able to prepare yourself to help them anyway. That's the only way you're going to be able to help them is to get yourself together, to learn the ropes, to go through the ups and downs, to fall and scrape your knees and get back up, to fail but not become a failure. That is a part of the process. Now, you're going to have people that when you decide to make this move, they're going to think that, the first thing they're going to say is, man, you think you're better than us. Or you forgot where you came from. Most people do not forget where they come from. What they're doing is trying to put themselves in a position where they don't have to go back where they came from. Because sometimes you leave a place that is so bad and so negative and so draining. When you get a chance to get out and accomplish your goals, yeah, you come back and you reach back for those that you can help. But you do everything you can to make sure you don't have to go back to that spot and live that life again. Now, that life taught you lessons. You learned a whole lot of stuff. You met a whole lot of people. Hey, Zaya. How are you? You're gonna, you have to let these people go. And do you. And come back and help when you can. They like, well, so-and-so made it big. Why they want to come back and live there? The whole purpose of stepping into your greatness is to move, is upward mobility. And yeah, you reach back and you help the other people. But you can only help somebody that want to help themselves. And you got those that just waiting, and they sitting and they waiting. Oh yeah, they gonna make it. They gonna make it. They licking their chops, they waiting. Soon as you make it big, here they come. Remember me? Not really. Because when you actually needed them to help you, they didn't want to have nothing to do with it. Now, all of a sudden, they got all these bright ideas. Man, you should do this, or you should try this, or you should try that. Well, when I was asking you for advice and asking you for information, you couldn't help me. But then when I gained that information, and I learned how to do it without your help, now I could have told you that. Yeah, you could have, but you didn't. And you didn't because you thought that I wasn't going to be able to make it. That's what you thought. As my mother used to tell me, you thought like lit. Thought sugar was shit. She used to tell me that all the time. Because I was be all like mine. Well, I thought. And no sooner than the words come out of my mouth, I'm sitting there like, uh-oh, here we go. I'm about to get this one again. So if you have something and you can help somebody, it's okay to share it. Because that one little piece of information that you gave to help somebody else get over the hump, you're gonna need somebody to give you one little piece of information to get you over the hump. And don't think that because you've made it to a certain place that you have made it to the top. Because nope, there's always room for improvement. Always. Always room for improvement. We can always do things better. Always, all the time. I know there's some that think that they, I got it. I'm on top of the world. Nah, you ain't on the top. You just at a place where you can look down and you think you've gotten as far as you can go, but then you turn and look, there's even further to go. So, once again, I ain't got nothing to drink. Thank y'all for coming in. Welcome to the Love Stream. This is the Love Stream, baby. I am your host, Uncle David, YouTube's favorite uncle. And I just love me some y'all. I do. I love y'all. I appreciate you all. Hey, Lynn Holler. Hey, Eve. How are you? See, okay. If somebody can remove that word, Eve, connect. Eve, we don't say let's grow, let's connect, let's go, gotcha, done. None of those things. Definitely no begging in the chat. Excuse me, if one of the mods could please remove that, it'd be greatly appreciated. You know, there's just certain words that you can't use in the chat that YouTube just, it's almost like, it's like cussing. And some of those words are the words that we just can't use. I mean, the same way I can't use certain curse words, there's certain words that YouTube does not allow for us to use in our live streams. And let's connect, that can send it to spam. And what I really don't want is for my stream to be shut down. Heck, I ain't even got monetized yet. I'm working toward that. So I really don't want anything that's going to impede my progress. So just so you know. And, you know, it's okay. If you didn't know, that's cool. We live and we learn. You know, that's why we're here. To learn and to live and just live and be happy and love on each other and help each other. Like I said, there is an abundance of information, or as I like to say, a plethora of information that you can find on YouTube, or depending on which side of the track you're on, buku information. There's a lot of stuff out there, y'all. Every day I see something different, something new. Right now I'm working on my editing skills, trying to get there. I got a couple of apps that I've been using. I'm going to try to use the free trial and see how that works. It's actually fun, you know, especially trying to create these thumbnails. YouTube is an adventure within an adventure. Because life itself is an adventure. Then you add this thing onto it, and it's like, it's crazy. I love it. Although it can be a dark place sometimes, but like I said, we ain't got to live there. You know, we should be focusing on helping each other, because in helping others, you help yourself. And that I have learned. That is one thing that I have learned, that as I try to encourage others, I not only encourage myself, but some of the very people that I am trying to encourage me. And it's a two-way street. I love the feedback that I get. Whether it's somebody saying you should try to do this, or that's not right, or you could do better at this. Constructive criticism and learning how to accept constructive criticism and don't take it personal. That is one of the probably most difficult things to do when somebody is critical of what you're doing. We tend to take it personal. You know, sometimes you don't look at the messenger, you listen to the message. You know, you just listen to the message. Don't always look at the messenger. You know, so-and-so said such and such to me, and what did they say? Listen to what they said. And don't worry about who said it. Sometimes you just, you know, you don't like people for whatever reason, and that's cool. But I genuinely believe, and I know for sure, that you can learn something from anybody and everybody. So don't always walk around with a closed mind. You have to, you have to have an open mind, and you have to be open to ideas. And sometimes it may seem far fetched, it may seem crazy. Sometimes if you just give it a shot. My thing is, what do you have to lose if you don't if you try something? If you tried and it doesn't work, okay, fine. At least you tried it. The worst thing is to have a chance to try something and you just don't. And then somebody else picks it up and runs with it. And the first thing you say is, man, I should have done that. Well, you probably should have. If ifs and buts was candies and nuts, oh, what a Christmas we'd have. Yeah, where'd that come from? My daddy. He was full of stuff and sayings. Don't play the woulda, shoulda game with your life. Definitely don't play with your dreams and your goals. Because like I said, it's okay to just do it. Try it. And if it works, you never know how far it's going to take you. And if it doesn't work, then you don't live a life of regrets. We don't have to live a life of regret. There are very few things that I pretty much don't regret, because regrets mean if you would do it over and change it. If I changed anything, if you change one thing, just one thing in your life, you would change everything that happened after it. And I know for sure that if I had changed things in the beginning, I wouldn't be where I am. I wouldn't have the kids that I have. I wouldn't have the wife that I have. And I probably wouldn't know any of you all. So I'm good. Everything that I've gone through, everything that I've seen, everything that I've heard, everything that I have experienced in my life has led me to this point. And for that, I am grateful, because I am just glad to be here. And as I say, today is the greatest day ever. Why? Because it's the only day we got. So we got to make the best of it, enjoy it, embrace it, love it, because tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday is done. And I don't care how many times you say it put a picture in your mind that something was different, it still remains the same. It happened. You can't change it. But if you're listening to me now and you're watching me right now, you have been given a second chance, another opportunity. I won't say a second chance. Another opportunity to do something. So might as well take advantage of it, be grateful, be glad to have it. I know I am. I certainly am. Zaya, what are you doing? Big Ben in the house. Thank you, Keto. We try. We do. And yeah, I ain't always at my best. None of us, we all have those days where we just ain't at our best, but we keep pushing forward. Just keep pushing forward. You keep pushing, you keep pushing, you keep pushing. And eventually, your breakthrough will come. And usually, when everything seems like it's about to fall apart, fall to pieces, when it's going to hell in the handbasket, that is about the time your breakthrough is coming. So don't quit, don't stop, don't give up, don't give in. Don't. And this is coming from somebody who has been told that he can't accomplish things. The same thing, the things that Auntie has heard about YouTube, I've heard about things in life, period, that I can't do, you won't do, you ain't gonna be shit, you can't be shit. I've heard it. But the sad part is not that they said it. The sad part is that at one point I actually believed it. I did. I believed all the negative things that people said about me. That was what I took into my brain. But as I progressed, I've gotten older, I've learned some things, I've met some people, I've talked to some people, that other people's opinion of me is none of my business. And y'all probably heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. What they eat don't make me shit. That sounds harsh and crude, and I hope I didn't offend anybody, but that's the only way I could break it down. So that people will, generally understand it. So you're welcome. See Brother Herd name somewhere in here. What's up? There you go. In the bushes. Keep on hanging in the bushes, boy. You keep right on. Anyone comes to my page, is new here on my page. I will not show. Right. Okay. So I'm sure at some point we've all heard somebody tell us that we can't do something, that we can't accomplish this or we can't accomplish that. My advice to you is do not listen. Whatever you have to do to fortify your mind, whatever you have to do to heighten your self-esteem, whatever you have to do to believe more in yourself, then you do that. And the first thing you need to do is get away from those people that would tell you that you can't do stuff. You leave them be, you let them be, because they mean you no good. You find the people that will nourish you, that will help you, that will love on you, that will be there for you in your darkest moments. Those are the people that you need in your life. And we all have dark moments where we just need somebody to say, hey, come to the light. I'm right here. I got you. I got you. And you don't know how much that could mean to a person to hear somebody say, I got you. Especially when they're in that little spot, that space where it seems like everything is just, and you hear those words, I got you. And they reach out and they help you. Or they provide a shoulder for you to cry on. Or they're just lending you a listening ear. It is more important than you can ever believe. So, each one teach one. Once again, I thank you all for coming through. We got about 8 more minutes for the marathon, known as the Keto Girl. I'll give y'all the rundown one more time. And this is for today. And I'll give you today's schedule and tomorrow. Today, after me, well, everybody knows that we had Aunt Maddie TV to start us off. Then the Foodie Duo. The BHOPNATION TV. Next is the Keto Girl, who will be sitting in for April WYD, who is under the weather. Keto will be here from 4 to 6. After the Keto Girl, we have Brown Girl Bella. I know her as Shannon B. And after Shannon, we have Miss Boom 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 herself, the energetic More Eats. Tomorrow, Aunt Maddie TV will kick us off again. The Foodie Duo is next. Then BHOPNATION TV, I will be going from 3 to 5. Yeah, I said that. From 3 to 5, and after me, we'll have the Keto Girl. And after the Keto Girl, Brown Girl Bella. And after Brown Girl Bella, it's More Eats. That is the love stream for today and tomorrow. I hope you all can just hang in there with us. You know, I was trying to avoid mentioning what happened out there in Minneapolis. But I will just say a couple of things, and then I'll leave it be. What happened was a travesty. It was sad. It was crazy. It was unnecessary. It was disturbing. And I hear people saying, well, if enough of us get sick and tired, something's going to happen. Well, enough of us have gotten sick and tired. Because this ain't just start the other day. This has been going on for centuries. So there have been enough people to be sick and tired all over the world. What it's going to take is for the right person to get sick and tired. That's what we're going to need. For that right person to say, okay, enough is enough, and they will galvanize the troops, and off we go. That's what it's going to take. Not a whole lot of people getting sick and tired. It's going to take that one person to say, okay, this is it. This is where we draw the line. Let's go. Let's do this. Who's with me? That is when, and only then, is when there will be change. Because individually, it's kind of hard to do. You get a bunch of people together and it's not organized. You get stuff that's out of control. You know, because it's an emotional thing. And when you get a bunch of emotional people together at one time, especially something like this, and something's been brewing and brewing and brewing and brewing, because see, this ain't the first time that it's happened. It's like you keep dealing with an old wound that never heals. It just keeps festering and festering, and next thing you know, the whole thing gets infected, and boom, there it goes.
That's true. You can say for the young ones trying to build a platform, be prepped for haters, and they won't show no mercy. Remember that.
They will come for you like nothing you've ever seen before. And like I said, for as long as you are low level and just mediocre and doing nothing, the basics, they won't bother you. But once you start to climb the ladder, once they think that you have reached some sort of success, here they come, trying to knock you back down.
G Free said, thank you once again for dropping gems.
Oh, you're welcome, G. I try. Yeah, but Dukin is right. Them haters, they gonna come for y'all. When you get monetized, I've seen it. You get monetized, and here they come. They start looking. I mean, they find you. You ain't heard from them the whole time. Ain't nobody bothered you. Ain't nobody said nothing. But as soon as you start to reach some level of success, here they come. And it's not just YouTube. It's through every successful person. The higher you get, the more haters you get, the more they try to knock you down. And they start to dig up stuff on you. They start looking for stuff. And don't think they won't stoop so low to make stuff up.
You know what? For the 23 people that are in here, I was sitting here and I was saying, oh my God, because you all know that BHOPNation can talk. Once he gets started, he gets started. But then I look back in the chat. I said, let me just see how many people he got in the chat.
Hey, Miss Cash.
And you guys are still remaining in the chat. So big respect for that. Big respect.
What's going on, Miss Cash? How you doing, hon?
Hey, Miss Cass.
You know, so I thank you all for hanging in here with me. I try to do the best I can with what I got. But for all y'all that are headed toward monetization, and you're that close, they coming. But also understand that we're here. We got you. We got you. That's for sure. Those that love you will always be there. Trust and believe in that. You know, so we got you. You're going to be all right. You know, when the haters come, we'll be there. You know, it's important to help each other and to be there for each other. Hey, Wendy. How you doing? Well, I got about one more minute.
Shay said big respect.
Thank you, Shay.
Hi, Wendy. Thank you for the 19 that are still here.
Thank y'all so much for hanging in there with me.
I gotta grab Keto's link because she just came up. Is
Okay.
it time yet?
Yep. We can ready to go over to the Keto Girl. If y'all can say BHOPNation Raid, I greatly appreciate it. Let's go show Keto some mad love. She is going to be holding on for about 2 hours. So we got to be there to have her back and help her out. So to everyone, thank you again for coming through. Remember, be happy on purpose, and know that I believe in you. Believe in you too. You dropped it?
I'm trying to my phone, my
There you
internet.
go.
Somebody dropped it?
Yeah.
All right.
All right, y'all. Peace.